The Miami Dolphins absolutely destroy the Washington Commanders and are 9-3 for the first time since 2001. Let's jump into this. What is up, Finn fans? 45-15. And to be honest with you, that second touchdown and the 2-point conversion, it really seemed like the Miami Dolphin defense was kind of just coasting along, didn't really give two craps about what was really going on in that game. But I find it very interesting how well this team played. Now, there's some things we're going to talk about, but tomorrow's deeper dive, I'll give you more in-depth analysis, more stats, more this or that. Also give you an update on where we're at in the playoff race and all that stuff for the number one seed, not even just to make the playoffs, with the Green Bay Packers taking on the Kansas City Chiefs and all that stuff. But let's jump into some stats, and we're going to start with the away team. Tua Tagovailoa, 18 for 24, 280 yards, 2 touchdowns at 141 passer rating. An absolute thing of beauty. Then you have Mike White came in. He threw 1 pass for 3 yards. Good for him. Then you have Devon Achane, 17 carries for 73 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns. Raheem Mostert, 11 carries for 43 yards and a touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 157 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jalen Waddle, 5 for 52. So the funny thing is, this is what I find a little funny. A lot of people were like, Tua, targets Tyreek Hill too much. He tries to force the ball to Tyreek a little too much. In this game, he threw the ball to Jalen Waddle 8 times, and he threw the ball to Tyreek Hill 7 times. If Jalen Waddle caught one of those deep passes, he'd probably have almost 100 yards. But he targets Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill. He tries to do it equally. Obviously, he's going to target Tyreek Hill a little more. He's more of a dynamic player, but he targets them equally. Devon Achane, 3 catches for 30 yards. That defense. 3 sacks on the day. We had 1.5 sacks from Zach Seal. You had a half a sack from Bradley Chubb. And Emmanuel Ogbah getting in there, getting a sack. Andrew Van Ginkel, a.k.a. Thor, with the pick 6. That video clip will be on I'm going to put it on Instagram. I'm going to put it on TikTok and Twitter of my reaction to that pick 6, because it was a thing of beauty. And then the Washington Commanders side, you had Sam Howell, 12 for 23, 127 yards, and the interception. He had a 50.5 passer rating. Then Brian Robinson, 7 carries, 53 yards. Antonio Gibson, 10 carries for 35 yards. Sam Howell had 2 rushing touchdowns. He had the QB sneak and the other one. Then you had receiving, Curtis Samuel, 4 catches, 65 yards. Antonio Gibson, 4 catches for 37. Forced fumble. Well, Antonio Gibson fumbled it, and then he fell on the ball, got it back. He recovered it. I don't think it was a catch. And 0 sacks. 0. Nothing. Zip. Nada. Zilch from the Washington Commanders, which, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Yards, Miami Dolphins 406, Washington 245. Turnovers, you had the 1 turnover. Dolphins had none for the first time since the Denver Broncos game. A completely clean game. First downs, Miami had 20, Washington had 11, and time of possession, Miami Dolphins 36 minutes and 16 seconds to the Washington Commanders 27 minutes and 44 seconds. Miami dominated this game. Now, Jerome Baker did get hurt. He tweeted something out saying, "Don't worry about me." What did he? I'll tell you exactly what he said about Jerome Baker's injury, because he said, "Dolphins win. Don't worry about me. I'll be back sooner than you think." So maybe the injury isn't as severe as we think. Maybe it's like a sprained knee type situation. I thought it was funny, and it'll probably be in Hard Knocks, where Jalen Waddle went behind Mike McDaniels grabbing his coat, and then Raheem Mostert came behind and grabbed his coat. I thought it was really cool. Most yards per play, the Miami Dolphins 6.9. The 2000 Rams, which greatest show on turf, 7. Getting real close. But the Dolphins started off just incredibly hot. 17-0 in the first quarter, then 14-7 in the second quarter when it comes to possession. Well, not possession, but scoring in the quarter. The Dolphins were getting off to huge hot lead, and that's what they needed. You had the deep touchdown passes from Tua to Tyreek Hill. You had great pressure from the Dolphins defense. You had the pick six from Andrew Van Ginkel. You had the sack from Sealer. Raheem Mostert with the touchdown. He's 2 away from breaking Ricky Williams' single season touchdown record for the Dolphins. So I think he's going to get that because they still have, 5 games left to play. Very interesting to see that. Washington had a missed field goal. We had Sanders hitting a field goal. He made a 49-yarder. So it was a short down in distance, but again, they brought him out to kick it. Probably boost his confidence a little bit. Towards the end of the game, the Dolphins kind of did seem like they were like, all right, we got this. We could take a break. And the tackling was sloppy at times towards the second half of the game. But with Jerome Baker getting banged up, when Duke Riley came in, he played really well. Hopefully he can continue that against the Titans and the Jets. And then the next 3 games are home. We're home for the Titans Monday night. So we get 8 days till the next game instead of 7. Then we're home for the Jets, who lost to the Falcons bad. I'm going to talk about that and everything Wednesday with the picks. Even the Chargers-Patriots game, 6-0. And then home for the Cowboys. 3 home games back-to-back. Let's win them all. And then go into the Ravens game with a record of 12-3, baby. 12-3. Fighting for that number 1 seed. That game, it might get flexed. That Ravens game, that might get flexed to a Sunday night game or something. That game's going to be huge in Baltimore. Absolutely huge. But the Dolphins, they got their offense back to clicking. Was it because we kind of took over their stadium? Maybe. They had the option to, get the snaps off when they wanted to. I started watching that after talking to Omar about that. How on the road, the reason why we struggle sometimes is because Tua can't snap the ball at the right point of the motion that he wants to. And when you watch it, you notice it. Even with Tyreek looking and waiting, you really start to notice those things. So I thought that was really interesting. Mike McDaniel's clock management in this game was beautiful. At the end of the half, he let that sucker churn, and then we get the touchdown by Raheem Mostert on the 1-yard run. But clock was ticking. 5 minutes and 35-second drive, 11 plays, 76 yards. Just tick, 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 tick. Just let that clock burn. I think we gave them the ball back with 20 seconds left, if that. And then the end of the half. The end of the game. 13 plays, 59 yards, 7 minutes and 50 seconds. Tick, 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 tick. And then Devon Achane on the 4th down play gets the 2-yard touchdown run. He was just very in the zone in this game. This was a great game by the Dolphins. Again, we gave up 15 points. I'm not too worried about it. You're not going to hold them out. I had the Dolphins winning, 35-10? Is that what I said? Did I say 35-10? Yeah, they won 45-15. I was off. But hey, I'll take this W. It's a great W. Team keeps playing hard. They keep playing the way they are. Sky's the limit. 9-3, guys. We're 9-3 going into the second Sunday of December. 3 games in first place. Not 2.5 anymore because the Bills are on a bye. We are 3 games into first place. We need to win the next 2. And if Buffalo loses one of their next 2, we clinch the AFC East. That is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Get the job done. I don't want it to be like last year where we're like, hey, we'll clinch a playoff spot if we win and so-and-so loses. Or we clinch a playoff spot if we just win and everything keeps starting to fall apart. We're noticing that they're not going down that trend. Because last year at this point, 8-3, we went to San Fran, we lost, and then we lost 5 in a row. We already went to Washington, won, and the next 3 are at home. Huge, huge, huge difference. Play tough, play hard, play smart. Keep doing what you're doing. Like I said, tomorrow I'm going to deeper dive, and we're going to look at the playoff standings. Tonight will be the best of the live stream. All that good stuff. So if you haven't yet, hit that subscribe button. We're getting very close. I think we're at 44,600 and something. Very close to 45K. So if you're new, you like the stuff, hit that subscribe button. I will see you guys. Well, you get a video later tonight, and then I'll see you guys tomorrow with the deeper dive. But other than that, great win. Keep it up. Stay healthy, because we're getting a little banged up. Started scaring me. They started sitting guys towards the end, which I was like, good, because we're getting a little banged up. But I'll see you guys later tonight with the video and tomorrow with a deeper dive. But like usual, stay classy. Dolphins up.